If your car isn't starting, the sound it makes when you turn the key is your most important clue. Different sounds point to different problems. In this video, we'll break down what each sound means. When a car refuses to start, most drivers feel unsure what to check first. The uncertainty usually leads to wasted time and even unnecessary repairs. Understanding the sound gives you a starting point. Once you identify the pattern, solving the issue becomes much easier. Whether the car is silent, clicking, or cranking, each symptom leads you toward a logical solution that can get you moving again. Follow this guide based on what you hear. Number 1. When you hear complete silence. If you turn the key and the car stays completely silent, no click, no crank, it usually means the electrical system isn't delivering power. This is where many drivers feel stuck because nothing reacts at all. To figure out the cause, you don't need tools or deep mechanical knowledge. You only need to check a few simple things that often get overlooked. Before assuming something serious has failed, walk through these 4 quick steps. Each one helps you narrow down whether the problem is the battery, a connection issue, a sensor, or the ignition mechanism. Step 1. Check the dashboard lights. When you turn the key to the on position, the dashboard should light up because the car's electrical system is waking up. If absolutely nothing lights up, no icons, no backlight, your battery likely has 0 voltage. Modern vehicles rely heavily on electrical signals even before cranking begins. A weak battery might still show dim lights, but a completely dead battery will leave the dashboard totally dark. That's your biggest clue. This step is important because it tells you instantly whether the issue is electrical or mechanical. If the dash lights stay off, focus on the battery first before checking sensors or the starter. Step 2. Try the neutral trick. Automatic cars use a safety switch that tells the computer whether the gear lever is in park or neutral. If this sensor fails or the shifter linkage gets misaligned, the car may think it's not in park and refuse to start. By shifting to neutral while keeping your foot firmly on the brake, you're bypassing the stuck park signal. Many drivers are surprised how often a won't start situation is simply a gear position sensor glitch. If the car starts in neutral, the cause is almost confirmed: a failing neutral safety switch or a worn shift linkage. This is common in older vehicles, especially those used daily in stop-and-go traffic. Step 3. Check the battery terminals. Even with a good battery, the car won't start if power can't travel through the cables. Loose, dirty, or corroded terminals block electricity the same way a clogged pipe blocks water flow. White or green powder around the terminals means corrosion. This creates resistance, and the starter requires heavy current, much more than lights or accessories. That's why everything can seem normal, yet the engine won't crank. A quick wiggle or tightening is often enough to restore contact temporarily. But heavy corrosion means the terminals need cleaning or replacement. This simple check prevents unnecessary towing or assuming the starter has failed. Step 4. Unlock the steering wheel. If you insert the key and it won't turn, the problem might not be electrical at all. It may be the steering wheel lock. This happens when the wheel is turned after removing the key, engaging the lock mechanism. When the lock engages, it puts pressure on the ignition cylinder. The key feels stuck, the wheel won't move, and the car won't start because you can't even turn the ignition. It feels like something is broken, but it's not. The fix is simple. Gently rock the steering wheel left and right while turning the key. This releases the pressure and unlocks the cylinder. It's one of the most common no-start mistakes new drivers encounter. Number 2, if you hear rapid clicking when you start the car. If you turn the key or press the start button and you hear a fast click, 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 that sound is already telling you what's wrong. The battery doesn't have enough power to crank the engine, so the starter keeps trying but never gets the electricity it needs. This noise confuses a lot of drivers. But the truth is, rapid clicking is one of the simplest no-start symptoms to understand and fix. Most of the time, the battery is simply weak. Maybe the car hasn't been driven recently. Maybe something drained it overnight. Or maybe the battery is just old. Loose or dirty battery terminals can cause the exact same sound, because even a good battery can't send power through a corroded or loose connection. The first thing you should try is a jump start. If the engine fires up right away, the battery was the issue. If it still clicks, open the hood and check the battery cables. Wiggle them gently. If they move, tighten them. And if you see white or green corrosion on the terminals, that buildup is blocking the electrical flow. If you hear only one single click, that's a different story. A loud clunk usually points to a stuck or failing starter motor. Sometimes, tapping the starter with something solid while someone turns the key can free it for a moment. It's not a long-term fix, just a quick emergency trick so you don't end up stuck all day at your girlfriend's house. Quick take: rapid clicking usually means battery or cable issue. One loud click often points to a starter issue. Number 3, if you hear cranking sound, but it won't catch. Now, if you turn the key and the engine gives you that steady sound, but it just never catches, that's a very specific symptom. And the good news is, your battery is actually doing its job. The real issue is that the engine isn't getting either fuel or spark. Here's what you should check immediately. First, pay attention to the smell around the car. If you notice a strong raw gasoline smell, your engine might be flooded. This happens when too much fuel enters the cylinders and the spark plugs can't ignite it. To fix this, press the gas pedal all the way to the floor and hold it there while cranking the engine for about 5 to 10 seconds. Doing this activates what's called clear flood mode. The computer stops adding fuel and pulls in only air, giving the cylinders a chance to dry out. This works on most modern fuel-injected cars, especially anything built from the mid-90s and up. But don't do this on old carbureted engines. The effect is different, and flooring the payload can actually pull in even more fuel and make the flooding worse. Just remember, don't crank the engine for more than 10 seconds at a time and let the starter rest for a moment before trying again. Next, listen for the fuel pump. Before you even crank the engine, switch the key to the on position and just wait 2 seconds. You should hear a faint buzzing sound coming from the back of the car. That's the fuel pump priming the system before startup. If you don't hear anything at all, your fuel pump may be weak, failing, or completely dead. And finally, double check your fuel level. It sounds too simple, but it happens more often than you think. A failing fuel gauge or a stuck fuel level sensor can make the tank look like it has fuel when it's actually running empty. If your engine cranks but won't start, always begin with these 3 checks: fuel, spark, and air. That's all an engine needs. And when one of them is missing, the engine will tell you with that long, frustrating sound. Number 4, common modern car issues. On modern cars, especially push-to-start models, the causes of a no start are different from older vehicles. First, A dead key fob battery. If you press the start button and absolutely nothing happens, no clicks, no lights, no cranking, your car might not be detecting the key. Modern cars need a wireless signal from the fob before they allow the engine to start. When the fob battery is weak, that signal isn't strong enough. The quick fix is simple. Hold the key fob directly against the start button and press it. Most cars have a built-in backup system using a passive chip inside the fob. It works even when the battery is completely dead. The second modern car issue is a faulty brake pedal switch. On push-to-start cars, the engine will not start unless the system detects that you're pressing the brake. If your brake lights don't turn on, the car thinks you're not stepping on the pedal, even when you are. So if the car won't start and there's no brake light, the brake switch is the likely culprit. If your car isn't starting, don't guess. Diagnose it based on the sound. Silence, clicking, and cranking all point to different problems. And once you recognize the pattern, you can avoid unnecessary repairs and fix the issue faster. If this breakdown helped you understand what your car is telling you, make sure to hit the like button. And if you want more clear, practical diagnostics like this, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next guide. If you're dealing with your own no-start issue, drop the symptoms you're hearing in the comments. I read every one of them, and your experience could help someone else who's stuck in the same situation.